Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, and today my Dark Angels will be taking on Zach's Necrons. So the story is that a Necron tomb world opened up under a primitive Imperial planet that the Dark Angels use from time to time for recruiting purposes. So the Dark Angels were the first ones to realize that it had woken up. So they sent in a force to try to nip them in the bud before they could get out and take over the planet and turn it into one of their death worlds. So that's the story about what we've got going on here. So before we go any further, let's show you the two armies that'll be fighting and the psychic powers. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a combined arms detachment and a Raven Wing strike force. So for the combined arms detachment, we have a level 2 librarian, we have a tech marine, we have a 5-man tactical squad with a grav cannon and a rhino as a dedicated transport. We have a 5-man tactical squad with grav cannon and a rhino as a dedicated transport. We have a mortis pattern dreadnought with 2 twin link glass cannons. We have a 3-man Raven Wing squad with a plasma gun. We have a 2-man attack bike squadron with multi-melta upgrades. We have a 3-tank Predator squadron with las cannon sponsons and twin link glass cannons on top. We have an Aegis defense line. Then for the Deathwing strike force, we have an interrogator chaplain in Terminator armor. We have a 5-man Deathwing Knight squad. And last but not least, we have a 5-man Deathwing Terminator squad with a Cyclone missile launcher. So the Necrons will be running a Decurion detachment, and from the Royal Court we've got an Overlord with a Gauntlet of Fire, Resurrection Orb, the Veil of Darkness, War Scythe. Then we have a Crypt Deck with a Chronometron, Mind Shackle Scarabs, Staff of Light, and the Gauntlet of the Conflagrator. Then we have a Necron Lord with a Resurrection Orb and the Solar Staff. Then for the Reclamation Legion, we have an Overlord with the Gauntlet of Fire, Resurrection Orb, Staff of Light, and the Nightmare Shroud. Then we have 10 Immortals. Then we have a squad of 3 Tomb Blades. Then we have 2 10-man squads of Warriors. Then we have an Annihilation Nexus with 2 Annihilation Barges. We have a Doomsday Ark. We have 10 Death Marks. And last but not least, we have a Catan Shard of the Nightbringer. Alright, the Dark Angel's Librarian rolled on Divination, so he has Force. He has Prescience as the Primaris power. Then he rolled and got Foreboding, and he got Precognition. Alright, so those are the armies and the psychic powers that we have in here. This is going to be an 1850 point battle, and we're going to be doing Emperor's Will. So we've got the 2 objectives. One objective is right under here, and the other objective is right back there. So the deployment of the 2 armies, we've got kind of along a line here. We've got one of the tack squads and the rhinos there. We've got the 2 attack bikes in a squad there. We've got the mortis pattern dreadnought. We've got the tanks here with the tech marine and the librarian here behind the Aegis wall. We've got the Raven Wing bike squad there and the other tactical squad holding up this flank. For the Necrons, we've got one of the Annihilation barges there. We've got the Tomb Blades. Got a bunch of Warriors and the Immortals there. We've got the Catan Shard there with some more Warriors. We've got the Doomsday Ark and the other Annihilation barge on the side there. So that's the deployment of the 2 sides. As of right now, the Dark Angels will be going first, and he actually does not want to seize the initiative. So we'll come back to you with after a movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for Dark Angels here on turn 1. This rhino shot up this way. Made his mobilization test. These guys shot up this way, made their dangerous terrain test. These guys turned this way to look that way. Wonder why. He kind of shuffled around so he doesn't have Skyfire. These guys shot up past their dangerous terrain test, and this shot up this way past its immobilization test. So that's a movement phase here for Dark Angels on turn 1. Rolled for Psychic and got 5. So I've got 7 dice total. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to institute Foreboding. So I need a 1 to get this. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. It goes off with 1. Do you want to try to deny that? I've got 5 dice left. He's going to hold off? All right, he's going to hold off. And then I've got the rest 5 dice. I'm going to do Prescience onto my tanks there. So rolling. And not getting it, only getting 1. All right, so yeah, that was kind of a fail. All right, so that's the end of the psychic phase, so we'll come back to you with shooting phase for Dark Angels on turn 1. All right, to start it off, the Predators here are going to be firing on his Doomsday arc right there. So they've got living metal, so he's got armor 13 at this point. So I'm going to be rolling. I've got 3 twin link shots, which are going to be the black ones, and 6 non-twin link shots, which are going to be spawn sensors, the green ones. So looking for 3s. This is twin linked. That's a fail. Wow, pretty good. Okay, I will take that. All right, so armor 13, glancing on 4s. Oop, reroll that. All right, and I've got monster tank hunter on these guys, so I'm going to reroll these. All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pens and 2 glances. So you've got a it's shooting through here, so you're going to get a 4-up cover. So let's do the 2 glances first. So just roll 2 dice. Here we go. 4 plus. All right, 1 goes through. And then do you want to roll the 5 for the penetration? Cool. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 go through. How many hull points does he have?
4.
He's got 4? All right, so he is dead. So 4 went through there. So let's see if it explodes. +1. Is it open top?
Yeah.
Oh, so +2. Nope, it doesn't explode. So it just it's a wreck. But that's first blood, and the Doomsday Arc is dead. Woo! I will take that. All right, so moving on. All right, moving on here, we've got the attack bikes here. They're going to fire their multi-meltas onto his annihilation bars there. So, do you want to jink? Because they'll give you. Yes, he's going to jink. Okay, I'll give you a 4 plus there. All right, so the 2 multi-meltas are going to shoot. They're not in melter range, but they can still hit them. So hitting on 3s. 2 hits, okay. Strength 8, front armor is 13, or all armor is 13 because of living metal. So 5's to glance, 6 is pen. 1 glance. Do you want to give a 4 plus? Jink save. Yeah, and it's saved. Jinked. Nice. All right, moving on. Now the Mortis Pattern Dreadnought is going to fire onto him. So he's already jinking. So hitting on 3s, both hits. Looking for 4's to glance. 1 glance. 4 plus. No, it goes through, but it's only a glance, so he still has the 13, right? Because he needs a penetrating hit. So he's down 1 hull point, but he's still got 13 because it didn't penetrate. All right, moving on. Sorry, that rule I was talking about is actually quantum shielding. I got it. I was mistaken. All right, so but same difference. Everything's going on. So he just took a glancing hit, so his quantum shielding is still up. All right, so moving on to here. These the bikers here are going to fire onto these guys in the front here. So I've got 2 twin link bolter shots, which are going to be the black, plus the plasma gun, which is going to be the green. So hitting on 3s, all hit, which is nice. What's their toughness?
4.
4, toughness 4. So the blacks will be wounding on 4s, the green's going to be wounding on 2s. Oops, dropped 1. All right. So this is actually, sorry, that's supposed to be a black one, but it's same difference. So so I've got 1 armor save and 1 that's AP2. So
I'll take my armor save.
Okay, take the armor save.
Failed.
2, failed it. Reanimation.
Failed it.
Failed it. So first guy, that's the closest one to them, yeah. And then I think the next closest is actually going to be that dude guy there.
Him?
So, yeah. Okay. So do you want to look out Sarah on that? Because it's going to be AP2. This next shot that's coming in. Yes. All right. So look out, sir, on a 2 plus. So just roll a 2 plus. Okay. So now it's on to one of the other guys there. They're just going to reanimation protocol, right?
Yep.
And he's good.
We're good.
Excellent. All right. So 1 guy died. All right. I'll take that. Moving on. All right. So the squad inside of here is going to be firing on the tomb blades there. My opponent has decided not to jink. So do the 2 bolter guys inside. So hitting on 3s. Okay, 1 hit, wounded on a 5, 1 wound, but he's got, I think he's got a save. Yeah, he's got a 5 plus. Give a 5 plus cover save.
Okay.
And then they get reanimation protocol too?
Yeah.
So let's do the 5 plus cover save. Oh, right, so he's good. All right, then the Stormbolter from on top of the Rhino is going to Shoot, hitting on 3s, 1 hit, win on 5s, nothing. All right, so that's that. Moving on. All right, so that's it actually for the Dark Angel's turn because no one can assault, and that's the end of my shooting here. So that's the at the end of the turn, and we'll come back to you after movement phase for Necrons on turn 1. All right, so that's movement phase for Necrons here on turn 1. These guys kind of just shuffled around over here. These guys are running straight up here towards my bikers. These guys moved over this way. He's kind of just still over that way, and he's shoved over this way. So that's movement phase here on turn 1. They've got no psychic phase because, you know, Necrons. So we'll come back to you with shooting phase here on turn 1 for Necrons. All right, starting off the shooting phase, we've got the Tomb Blades here are going to fire into my Rhino. They've got rapid fire, so they're going to be shooting, is it 2 shots each?
2 shots each.
2 shots each, twin linked, and strength 5. So they're going to be glancing on 6s. So what's their weapon skill?
4.
4, so hitting on 3s, twin linked. There's that 1 underneath there's a 1.
It's a 1,
so twin linked. For 3s, that's a 4, so now they all hit.
They all hit?
Yep, glancing on 6s. That's cool. Glancing on 6s. No glances! Yes! Yes! I will take that. All right, moving on. All right, an Annihilation Barge with their Tesla Destructor is going to shoot into the Rhino. So we've got 4 shots coming in, strength 7 shots, so hitting on 3s. All right, they got 3 hits. A strength 7, front armor 11, so looking for 4s to glance. We've got 1 glance and 1 pen. Roll, I've got 5 up cover there. Helps if I keep my dice in my hand, right? So I'll do the glance first. Or which one do you want me to do first? I'm sorry, you're supposed to do
glance first.
All right, glance first, 5+. Nope, that goes through. And then the pen also goes through. So want to roll for the pen, see what the effect is. It's AP dash, so it's just whatever the roll is. 6, so it's immobilized. Ugh, rough. All right, so it's down to 2 hull points. All right, moving on. And now he's going to roll. Whoop, now there's the roll for his underslung Tesla cannon. So he gets 1 hit on that one. Strength 6, looking for 5s to glance. Nothing. Okay, so it's still alive, even if it can't move. All right, moving on. All right, so now the Catan Shard is going to fire onto my bikers. So he has to roll for his power that he gets to use. So on a D6, what do we got? A 4.
4.
What is that?
Sky of Falling Stars.
Sky of Falling Stars. Sounds brutal. What is it?
It is 24 inch range.
24 inch range. Strength 7. Ugh, strength 7, AP 4.
Salt 3 large blast barrage.
Salt 3 large blast barrage. What? Okay, so we're gonna get that ready and then come back to you with that attack. All right, so the large blast here. So let's see the first one. It scatters over 4 inches. So we'll measure that. Hold on a second. Do you want to measure that? Yeah, we just got it over the front guy there. So it's just off the front here. So
4 inches.
off the front of it. Yeah, because you want to make sure. Still hits. That will miss.
Okay.
All right, so that's going to miss. On to the second one here. That's going to scatter this way 2 inches, which I think will still, I think that's still going to hit, yeah, that's going to hit all 3. So we got 3 shots so far. And the third one is way off. So that's going to go way off this way. All right, so he's got 3 hits, strength 7. I said I was going to jink. So wounding on 2s. All right, 2 wounds. So I've got 2 4+ jink saves. All right, we're good. Yes. All right. So at least he got me to jink, I guess, right? That's pretty good. All right, moving on. All right, so this squad here is going to fire into my bikes. We've got all but 2 of the warriors are in rapid fire range, and they've got Tesla, so hits of 6 will count as 2 additional hits, so it'll count as 3 hits for each 6. And then we've got the Lord here is going to has the Staff of Light that he's going to fire on him. So he's got the white dice are going to be the Staff of Light, so everything's hitting on 3s. Oh my God! Look at all the 6s! Oh no! Oh, that is brutal. How many 6s is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So an additional 10 hits. All right, there's a few, oh, I think there's like 1, 2 misses over here. So if you want to add in 8 more dice, because you've got those 2 misses there. So just add in 8 dice, and all the Staff of Light's hit. Ugh. So all right, strength. What's the strength on these?
On the Staff of Light?
The Staff of Light, and also on the Warriors there.
The Warriors, strength 4.
The Warriors have strength 4, so they're gonna be wounded on 5s. And then the Staff of Light is strength 5, so they can be wounded on 4s. All right, so let's we'll figure this out, and then we'll come back to you with that. All right, so it's actually everything is just strength 5 that's going to be coming in here, but the white ones are AP 3, so they're going to be jinking anyway. They're going to be taking their jink saves. So here we go. Everything's wounded on 4s. Oh my God. All right, we're going to figure this out. We'll come back to you with the results. All right, so we have 14 wounds here on these bikers. So they're all going to be jink saves. So jink 4+ jink save. Okay, reroll. Oh my God, this is I don't think this is good for Homestar Runner. All right, so those all were saves. Reroll 4+. Whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're dead. Womp womp. There go the bikers. All right, so that was pretty good. Moving on. All right, so the barge here is going to fire into my biker bros. They're not going to be jinking here, so he jinked last time, so he'll be hitting on 6s here. So we got his Tesla Destructor, which is 4 shots here, hitting on 6s. But this is twin linked. Yep. So 1 hit so far, 2 hits. All right. So strength 7, toughness 5, so wounded on 2s. Oh, 2 wounds. 2 3+s. 1 save. So the front guy is down to 1. All right, and then he's got the 2 shots here. The underslung cannon hitting on 6s. Nothing. All right, so that's that. Moving on. All right, the Warriors here are going to be firing onto my biker bros over here. So they can only see the front guy there, and only 9 of his Warriors can actually see him. So they're not in rapid fire range. So we've got 9 shots here, hitting on 3s. 6s are counted as 3 hits. Okay, not as many 9s as you 6s you got last time. So hitting on 3s. Ooh, quite a few misses there. So we got 3 hits. All right, strength 5, toughness 5, so wounding on 4s. 1 wound. 1 3+. He's good. All right. So and that's that. So moving on. All right. So that's it for movement, shooting phase, and no one's going to be charging from the Necrons here on turn 1. He's going to have someone who's going to run, but that's boring. No one wants to watch that. So he'll run, and then we'll come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 2. All right. Movement phase for Dark Angels here. These guys just kind of pivoted to look onto that guy there. He kind of shuffled around. Still looking over this way. These guys shut up here. These guys came in. They were originally trying to drop in right there, and then scattered 11 inches right over there to the edge. Whoo! Gave me a heart attack. But they're on the board, so that's what matters. The other Terminators didn't come in. So this guy stood still. He had to stay still. So that's it for movement phase here for the Dark Angels on turn 2. So then we rolled for Psychic. I rolled a 2, leaving me with 4 dice, my opponent with 2 dice. So I'm just going to roll all 4 onto prescience onto my tanks. And it goes off with 3, no perils, which is beautiful. So he can't deny that because he only has 2 dice. Perfect. All right, so these guys here are prescience. So we'll move on now to the shooting phase for Dark Angels on turn 2. All right, so we're going to start off here with the Predators. They're going to be firing onto the Catan Shard there. So we've got all of their prescience, so everything's twin linked. So we've got 9 shots coming in here, hitting on 3s. Twin linked. Okay, still missed that one, but that's not bad. All right, these are, what's his toughness? Toughness 7, right? Strength 9, so wounding on 2s. Re-rolling because of Monster Hunter. Okay, Monster Hunter. All right, so we've got 8 wounds. He's got 4+ saves, 4+ invul saves. So here we come. 3, 4, 5. All right, here we go. 4 pluses. 1, 2, 3 wounds. 4 wounds. 4 wounds. How many wounds does he have? That's 4. He's got 4. so he is dead. Does he have a reanimation protocol or anything like that?
No, he does not.
No, he does not. So he is dead. Whoo! Predators for the win. All right. So moving on. All right. So now these bikers here are going to fire onto his annihilation barge there. He is jinking. So the only thing that hurt him are the multi-meltas. So we've got hitting on 3s. All right. 1 hit. 13 on an 8 plus. That's a pen, so I want to give it a 4 plus jinx save. Oh, he does. Crud. All right, moving on. All right, the squad in here is going to fire onto the Doomsday Arc. So just the only thing that can really do anything is going to be the grav cannon. So he's got 5 shots, salvo 3-5, hitting on 3s. Okay. So that's 2 hits. Glancing on 6s, re-rolling because of grav amps. 1 glance. Just 1 glance. And then want to roll jinx save. What's that? Annihilation barge. Sorry. I know. I think I said Doomsday. Sorry. Annihilation barge. Oh, and he jinxed it. Oh, well done, sir. Well done. All right, moving on. All right, so he is going to fire onto the annihilation barge, right? Annihilation barge. I got it right that time. Yes. I keep getting it wrong. It's all these Necron words that I don't even know, like annihilation. All right. So hitting on 3s. Both hit. Looking for force to glance. Okay, adds up to a 4, but that doesn't do any good. All right, moving on. All right, so the squad inside of here is going to fire on that annihilation barge. So again, the only thing that can hurt is the grav cannon. So hitting on 3, he is jinking. So hitting on 3s. Okay, better than last time. Glancing on 6s. Reroll because of grav amps. All right, so just a 1. So 4 plus. No, so he takes a glancing hit and he's immobilized because of the abilities of grav. All right, so I'll take that. That's pretty good. All right, moving on. All right, this squad, because they're part of the Deathwing strike force, can run and shoot the turn they arrive in deep strike. So they ran to form up like this, and then the interrogator chaplain is going to fire his storm bolter at the overlord over there. So hitting on 2s. 1 link, but it doesn't make a difference. What's his toughness? Toughness 5, so wounded on 5s. 2 wounds. What's his armor save?
3 up.
3 up. So 2 3-ups. 1 miss. Reanimation. Nope. So he takes a wound. All right. How many does he have total? 3? 3 wounds. So he's down to 2 wounds. All right. So that's going to be the end of my shooting phase. So we're going to move on to the... that's it. I don't think anyone's going to charge because no one can really charge. So, well, what's the... Oh, no, it's 13 all around, right, on this guy because of the quantum shielding, or is that only a shooting phase? I'm going to figure out if they can even do any damage here and then figure out if I'm going to charge them or not. If I'm going to charge them, we'll come back to you with the charge. If not, then we'll just come back to you after movement phase for the Necrons on turn 2. All right, so actually I'm going to charge in with my bikes here into his annihilation barge. So I need a 4-inch charge here, and I get it. So we'll move them into combat and then come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so here we go, moving in here. Hammer of Wrath doesn't make a difference because it can't hurt it. So we're just going to move on to his attacks. They're both going to attack with their crack grenades. So I got 2 crack grenades, hitting on 3s. All right, 1 hit, glancing on a 5. That's a 6, that's a pen. All right, it's plus nothing, so it's just whatever this comes up. And it's immobilized, which actually, was that the one that was, no, that was the one that was immobilized before. So it's immobilized, yeah, so it's immobilized and down a hull point, which, okay, that's pretty good. I'll take that. All right, so that's the end of the Dark Angel's turn here. We'll come back to you after movement phase for Necrons on turn 2. All right, so turn 2 movement phase for Necrons. These guys shot around the side over here. He's immobilized, so he stood right there. These guys moved up this way. Everyone's looking on that poor rhino. Moving over to this side here. These guys moved up this way. the Lord moved his way around this way, trying to run away from those guys, I imagine. And he can move because he's immobilized, so they're still stuck in there. Not locked in combat, mind you, just still there. So that's the movement phase for the Necrons here on turn 2. His death marks didn't come in from reserve, so that's it for turn 2 movement. So we'll come back to you with shooting phase here for turn 2 for the Necrons. All right, so we're gonna move over here. The first thing to shoot is gonna be the Annihilation Bard shooting into the bikers there. They are gonna jink. So because they're not locked in combat, he can still shoot at them normally. It's just if they're still alive at the end during the assault phase, they can still hit back because he wasn't able to move out. So we're gonna start here with his the top one, which is strength 4. He did jink, so he's gonna be hitting on 6s. So do you want to roll that? Four shots, hitting on 6s, twin linked. Okay, 1 hit so far. Twin linked.
Not twin linked.
Oh, not twin linked. Oh, they're not twin linked. Okay, so we got 1 hit then. Strength 7. Toughness 5, so wounded on 2s. Got 1 wound. 4+ drink save, they're saved. All right, so moving on to the underslung, which is going to have 2 shots here. Hitting on 3s. Oh no, hitting on 6s again because he's jinking. He jinked. Nothing. All right, so that's that. All right, moving on. All right, so the one that he did hit was a 6. So it gets Tesla, so it's 2 additional hits. We forgot to roll those. So 2 more. Yeah, nothing once. Okay, so there we go. There we go. That's what we get, I guess, for forgetting things. All right, moving on. All right, these warriors here are going to fire into those bikers there. So they're still jinking, because I think I'm going to go with that. So we got 20 shots. They're all in rapid fire range, and Tesla. So let's roll here. Make it. 3's hit. Yeah, I just want to roll those ones. Okay. So we got, wow, that's really good. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, 5, 6s. Ugh. At least there's still a fair number of 2s there. So you're going to add another 10. So you got add another, what is that, another 6 there? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so here we go. All these hits are going to be, what's the strength 5? So wounded on 4s. Okay. So we're going to figure this out and come back to you with the results of this one. All right, so we had 12 wounds there. So they're going to be jinking. So we've got 12 4+ saves coming here. All right. So those are saved. These get a reroll because of Raven Wing. 4+. Yeah, that's how you do it, Raven Wing. All right, that's how you earn your wings there. All right, so moving on. All right, so the Lord there is going to be shooting his Staff of Light here. He's got 3 shots, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. 2 wounds. 2 4+ drink saves. Yeah, they're good. All right, moving on. All right, so he is going to fire into him. So we got 4 shots, hitting on 6s because he jinked. Nothing. And then he's got the 2 shots, right? Yep. Hitting on 6s. Got 1 hit. Strength 6, front armor 11. So glancing on a 5. Right? I think so. Yeah, I think it's a 5.
It's a 5.
Yeah. But he's got, it's Tesla, so he got 1 6, so he's got 3 hits. So glancing on 5s. Nothing. Ooh. All right, so moving on. All right, so the Tomb Blades here are going to be firing onto him there. So we've got they've got rapid firing. So we've got 6 shots coming in, hitting on 3s. Twin linked. There you go. Ooh, pretty good twin link in there. 2. Do they have the Tesla?
They have Tesla.
They have Tesla, so that's additional.
Oh no.
Oh no, they have Gauss. Not yeah.
Sorry.
No problem. Okay. So yep. So we got 1 miss. So we've got there we go. Wounding, glancing on 6s because strength 5, side armor 11. We got 1 glance, and that's all it took because it is down. So this is popped. So I'll disembark my dudes in there, and then we'll come back and then we'll continue forward. All right. So now we have the Immortals here. Are going to fire into my squad here. Only 6 of them have line of fire on 2 guys over here. So he's going to be rolling here, hitting on 3s. Wow, pretty good. Strength 5, toughness 4, so wounding on 3s. So 2 wounds, 2 3+ saves. Okay, 1 guy dies. So that's the front guy there. All right. So moving on. All right, so that's the end of the shooting phase here for Necrons on turn 2. So because he couldn't back out, they get to hit back on his turn for assault here. So just going to be going in with the crack grenades, hitting on 3s. Oh no, automatically hits because of it's immobilized. So that's a glance and a pen. So it is dead. And it can't blow up because it's not AP anything. So, boom, he's wrecked. Excellent. So, yeah. So now that's the end of the Necrons here, turn 2 here. So now we're going to move on to, we'll come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 3. All right, movement phase here for Dark Angels. This guy shuffled around here looking over that way. These guys turned over here looking that way. These guys shuffled around over this way. Those guys shuffled around over that way. Those guys are moving up that way. And he stood still. Also these guys dropped in, didn't scatter, which is good because I rolled a double 6 on the dice. It went a direct hit, and it would have been like right off the table. So, whoo, lucky there. All right, so that's movement phase here. Rolled for psychic phase. Rolled 2, so I've got 4 dice. My opponent has 2, so I'm gonna roll prescience on my tanks again. Needing 2. Getting 4. Yeah, can't deny that one. Cool. All right, so these guys are prescience. So that's it for psychic phase. And moving on to shooting phase for Dark Angels here on turn 3. All right, starting off the shooting phase with the Predators here. They're going to be firing onto his Warlord back there. So they're all prescience, so they're all twin linked here. So hitting on 3s, twin linked. All right, all hits. Wounding on 2s. All right, so we got 8 wounds onto him. So he's going to be getting a 4+ cover save from shooting through the ruins over here. So he's got 8 4+s. Ooh, wow, that's really good. So 3, and then he's got to make. Then he's got reanimation, which this would double him out, so it would make it a 5+ reanimation because it's decuring. Oh, so he still lost 2, but does he get to re-roll that because he's the Warlord?
No, but he's going to activate his resurrection.
All right, he's going to activate his resurrection orb, which lets him re-roll these. 5+. Oh, and he gets both of them. Oh, that was beautiful. Okay, so nothing from these guys. Brutal, brutal, brutal stuff. All right, moving on. All right, so now he is going to fire onto the Annihilation Barge over there. He can't jink because it's immobilized, but he'll still be getting a 5+ cover for intervening models. So hitting on 3s, both hit. It hasn't been penned yet, so it's only been glanced at this point. So I'm still looking for glancing on 4s. 1 pen, so 5 up cover. No. He got it. Oh, brutal. He's going good with these 5+s. All right, moving on. All right, now this squad here is going to fire into the Tomb Blades. He is going to jink. So I've got 2 rapid firing bolt guns, 1 bolt pistol, and then 1 grav cannon that moved. So it's salvo 3-5, so it'll be 3. This is going to be the blacks. So everything's hitting on 3s. Oop, to re-roll that. Okay. So 3s. Okay. So now wounding on 5s on the greens, 4s on the black. Re-rolling the black because of grav amps. Don't need to roll that. So got 2 wounds. One of them's AP2. So but he's got the jinx save. So 2 5+s or 4+s. 1 misses. So he takes a wound. Oh, do they have reanimation protocol? Reanimation. I think they got reanimation protocol. So 4+, no. So he takes a wound. Or are they only 1 wound?
They're only 1 wound.
Okay, so the front guy's dead. All right, moving on. Next, we're going to have the Terminators here firing into the Immortals, and then the Cyclone Missile Launcher is going to split fire into the Doomsday, the Annihilation Barge. So we'll shoot the 4 Stormbolters into the Immortals, hitting on 3s. Twin link because of Vengeful Strike, first turn in 3s. All right. Toughness 4. Yes. Toughness 4, so wounded on 4s. Oh, man. Okay, that's pretty good. So we've got 7 wounds. So we got 7 3+s. Over here. 7 3+s. All right, so we got 2 unsaved wounds, 2 4-ups, reanimation protocols. Oh, 2 dead. Okay, so those 2 guys there are dead. All right, then we've got the Cyclone missile launcher into the Doomsday Ark. Not Doomsday Ark, sorry. Annihilation Barge. Hitting on 3s. Twin linked. Oh, not meant to be. All right, strength 8. 13, so 5's to glance. A 6, it's a pen. Oh man, okay. Plus nothing, I don't think, but a 5 weapon destroyed, which is pretty good. So on I guess he's got the 2 weapons, right? So 1, 2, 3, it'll be the top one. 4, 5, 6, the bottom one. Okay, or roll it off the board. 4, 5, 6. So the bottom one is dead. All right. So all right, pretty effective. All right, moving on. All right, the interrogator chaplain there is going to fire into his warlord. So hitting on 2s. All right. Wounding on toughness 4. Overlord. Toughness 5. So wounding on 5s. All right, nothing. All right, moving on. All right, these guys here are going to fire into the warriors there. So I've got 2 twin link bolt guns and 2 multi-meltas. So hitting on 3s. Oh no, they jinxed, so it's hitting on 6s. I forgot about that. All right, twin linked. All right, so 2 hits. Toughness 4, so wounded on 4s. 2 wounds. 2 4-ups. 1 4-up reanimation. Nope. All right, so 1 guy dies. Closest guy there. Yep, I think so. All right, cool. All right, so move. I think that's going to be. Oh no, I've still got some more shooting. All right, the squad inside of the Rhino is going to fire onto these guys. So I've got the green is going to be the grav cannon. The black is going to be the bolt gun. So hitting on 3s. All right. What's their armor save? 4? 4+, I think. So wounding on 4s, rerolling because of grav amps.
So his training test is
rolling for grav amps. All right, so that's 4 AP2 shots. So just reanimation protocols.
4?
Yeah. So 4 ups, 2 guys die. I'll reroll 1s because of the warlord trait, and it's good. Yeah, that worked out well. All right, so 1 guy dies. Okay.
so
I think that is the end of my shooting phase. So I will move on. I've got a couple charges, or at least 1 charge that I want to try, and then yeah, we'll come back to you with that. All right. So now these guys here are going to charge into his warlord there. So he's got this gauntlet of fire. So he's got a D3 wall of flame. 1. So you roll it. Strength 4, toughness 5 actually, because these guys have shield wall. So looking for 5s. No, nothing. All right. So I need a 9-inch charge to get in there. Oh man, I really want this one. This would be pretty sweet. 9-inch charge. Yes, it's in! Oh! All right, so we'll move them into combat, and then we'll come back to you with that. All right, so here we go with this assault here. He challenged me, and I accepted with my Knightmaster, but because he's the only model in the assault, I get to attack. So he's got comes at initiative 2, so I'm going to attack first. So I've got 3 base attack. 3 base attacks plus 1 for the charge for the chaplain, which is going to be the blacks. The Knight Master is going to be the yellows. 3 base attack plus 1 for the attack, for the charge. And then my knights, I've given them, I've gone to smite mode with them. So it's going to be strength times 2, AP 2, but drops it down to 1 attack each, which is going to be the green ones. So we're all of us are weapon skill 5, so we're all hitting on 4s. But I get to reroll because of the first round of combat because of Zealot. So hitting on 4s. Oh man, I needed that reroll. Oh my god, I really needed that reroll. That was brutal. Okay, thank God for Zealots. 4s.
It's going to be I guess technically they have haywire grenades as well, so they can wreck vehicles. They're only
All right. Okay, yeah, that was much better. All right, so now the yellows are going to be wounded on 2 because he has Fleshbane with the flail. The blacks are going to be wounding on, he's toughness 5. So they're going to be wounding on 3s because it's strength +2 for the Crozier's Arcanum. And then the greens are going to be wounding on 2s because it's strength 8, AP2. Everything else is AP3 or worse, so he's going to be able to make saves on those. So looking for 2s. Yeah, looking for 2s and 3s. Oh. Okay. So he's got a chance here. All right, so you've got 3 armor saves and 2 just reanimation protocols. So let's do the armor saves first. So you got 3 armor saves of 2+, 1 miss, 4 up reanimation protocol. He's good. All right, so now you got these 2 that are going to be instant death. So he's just AP2, so it goes through his armor. He's just got 2 4+, 2 5+ reanimation protocols because it's instant death. Here we go. Rerolling 1s. Oh, rerolling 1s. Oh, yes. Oh, but does he have Eternal Warrior? Oh, man. We're going to find out if he has Eternal Warrior in a second. I was wrong. It's only strength 8, so he's good. So he's just lost one wound out of all of that. All right. So he's down to 1, and he gets the strike back, though, with his attacks, and they're all going to go into the Nightmaster. So we're going to figure that out and come back to you with those. All right, so now moving on here, he's got his War Scythe. He's got base 3 attacks, so he's going to be hitting on 4s. 1 hit, strength +2, so he's going to be wounding on 2s. That's a wound, AP2. So I've got 1 3+ invul save to make, and I don't make it. All right, so he's dead. So we tied combat because of that. So we're just going to be locked in combat there. All right, so that's the end of Dark Angel's turn here on turn 3. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Necrons on turn 3. All right, movement phase. His Warlord is there now. He has this. Has the relic that lets him once per turn just up and move. So he jumped and moved over there. These guys shuffled around so they can get some cover over here. The Cryptek left his warrior unit there and has run over this way towards these guys. The warriors turned around back over this way. Same with the immortals. His death marks are in now, and Deep Struck right there. Stuck the landing, and made all their dangerous terrain tests. Or one guy failed his dangerous terrain test, but made his armor save. So, and then these guys are moving back around this way towards them. So, yeah, that's not looking good for them, but we'll see if they can hold out. So that's the movement phase for the Necrons here on turn 3. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so the death marks are going to fire into my Warlord's unit over here. So he's basically got rapid firing sniper rifles, and because it's their first turn in, they're going to be wounding on 2s, which is super brutal. So he's got 20 shots coming in here, hitting on 3s.
Oh shoot!
All right, that's a lot of 6s, which are all precision shots. But there's a fair number of misses, which is hopefully going to save me. We'll see. All right. There's another 2 over there. Right here. Right there. Cool. All right. So we've got that many. All right. They're all. I think he's going to be the closest anyway. That's probably who you want to put those precision shots on, right? All right. So let's just roll them all. So hitting on 2s. They got sniper. So wounding on 2s. 6s are AP2. All right, so 2 AP2, and we got 2 misses in there. All right, so I'm gonna look at, sir, the AP2 shots first, or do you want me to do the other ones first? Which ones do you want me to do first?
Go ahead and do the AP shots.
All right, so I'm gonna look at, sir, those AP2 shots, 2+. All right, looked at, sir. 3+ invul saves. Yeah, good. All right. And then I've got 8. 2, 4, 8. We've got 8 lookout sirs here for the regular AP. All right, so he's gonna failed 1, so he's got to take this 2+. He's good. And the rest are gonna go on the other guys, so we're gonna do 4 at a time here. 2+. Oh, 1 guy's dead. Then the other 3, 2+. Oh, 2 guys dead. All right, so these 2 guys are dead. Way to go, Terminator saves. All right, moving on. All right, so the squad here is going to fire into these guys. So we've got 16 shots from the Warriors, which are going to be Strength 4 AP 5. Am I right? Strength 4 AP 5. Goss, and then which I think we've been getting it a bit wrong previously in the battle report, so apologize for that. But so yeah, we're correcting it now. So Strength 4 AP 5, and then we've got the Staff of Light, which is also going to be shooting, which is 3 shots at AP 3, Strength 5. So all right, so the blues are going to be the Staff of Light. So hitting on 3s. Oof, pretty good. There's a couple in there. All right, and there's toughness 4 right now. So looking for 3s on the blue and 4s on the red.
Roll again. Okay. 4.
Oof! Wow. Okay, that was pretty good.
So that's game, right?
Also those 2 3s. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wounds. I'm going to look out, sir, because my chaplain's the closest. 2 pluses. All right. On to the other guys. We'll do 2 at a time. 2 pluses.
I didn't count slow.
Yeah. 2 pluses. Yeah. All right. So that's that shooting phase. Moving on. All right. So we've got the Warriors here. We're going to be firing into them, into the Terminator. Looking for 3s, right? Are they ballistic skill 4?
4, yeah.
Yeah. So looking for 3s here. All right, that's a fair number of misses.
Well,
There's one more 1 there. And then there we go. And then strength 4, so wounded on 4s. All right. Yep, wounded on 4s. All right.
Fair number.
That misses. So we got 2, 3, 6. So we've got 6 wounds there. So 6 2 pluses. Oh! All right, so I lose 2 out of 6, which is completely unstatistical, but whatever. All right, so those guys are dead. Moving on. All right, so these guys here are going to fire into my Terminators. So they are Tesla. So hitting on 3s, 6s are exploding. 1 6. So yep, there you go. Those 2 add on to it. So wounding on strength 5, right? Toughness 4. So wounded on 3s.
3 straight 6 shots.
Oh wow, lots of 1s and 2s there. So we got 3.
And with a cheap.
Yeah, but don't underestimate my ability to roll 1s. So 3 2 pluses. See? I told you, don't underestimate it. All right, so there goes that guy. All right, so moving on. All right, so the Cryptech is going to fire into these guys. He can only see these 2 guys in the back here because they're up on elevation over this. So he's got 3 shots with his Staff of Light. Hitting on 3s. Oh, just 1. Wounding on, what is it? Wounding on I think it's a strength 5, so wounding on a 3. Nope, nothing. All right, moving on. All right, so now the Tomb Blades are going to fire onto these bros. So hitting on 3s. Twin linked. All right, 2 hits. Wounding on strength, what is it, 4?
Strength 4.
Strength 4 on toughness 4, so 4s. Nothing. Snake eyes. All right, moving on. All right, so the Annihilation Barge is going to fire into them. He's only got his top weapon because the other one got blown up. So here we go. Hitting on a 3. Oof, wow. Okay. So is it Tesla? Oh, so it explodes. So there we go. So basically he got 5 hits out of 4 shots. Strength 7, so 2s. AP 2. Okay. Snap. All right, so 4 5+ cover saves. All right, I got to roll 1 more. Oh. All right. Oh, 5+, all right. So just him survives. Whoo, okay. All right, moving on. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. Now we're gonna move on to the assault phase. Right here, his Cryptek is gonna try to charge into my dude bro there. So he's gonna fire Overwatch first. He's got Grim Resolve, so he's hitting on 5s and 6s. All right, so I got 2 hits. What's his armor save?
3 up.
He's got a 3 up, so 4 up. So he's wounded on 4s. Re-rolling because of grav amps. Okay, re-rolling because of grav amps. Thank God. No, the exact same thing. Okay, so nothing there on Overwatch. So you want to roll? He's got to roll an 8-inch charge. He does not get it. All right, so moving on. All right, the Immortals are going to charge into my Terminators there. So I'm going to fire Overwatch first. I've got 2 Stormbolters and the Cyclone Missile Launcher, hitting on 5s and 6s, and re-rolling because this is still the first turn that they've come in from Deep Strike. So 5s and 6s. Okay. 5s and 6s. Okay. All right. So I've got their toughness 4. So the greens are going to be wounded on 4s. The black is going to be wounded on 2. Okay. So I got 1 wound there. It's AP something. Hold on. Let me see what the AP is. All right. So it's AP 3 and it's strength 8. Just 1 wound on there. 5+ animation. Nope. So 1 guy dies. Does whatever the closest that guy there. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. So now we said he needs a 7-inch charge. Was it? All right. Let's see if he gets it. No, Snake Eyes not getting in. Brutal. All right, moving on. All right, now the Warriors here are going to charge into my my Warlords unit there. So I'm going to go Overwatch with his Stormbolter, hitting on 5s and 6s because of Grim Resolve. And I got nothing. All right, so he needs a 3-inch charge. Can we get Snake Eyes again? No, he's in. So that Warrior squad's in. So we'll move them in, and then we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, moving on to this fight here. All of his guys are going at initiative step 2, so all my guys are going to hit first. So I've got 3 base attacks from the Chaplain, which are they're going to be going onto the onto his Lord there, and then I've got 2 base attacks each, which are going to be the green ones from the Knights. So they're going to be going on to the Warriors first. So what's the weapon skill? What's his weapon skill? The Warlord's 5. So and what's the other guys? They're 4. All right. So I'm going to be hitting. The greens are going to be hitting on 3s. The blacks are going to be hitting on 4s. Re-rolling because the first turn of combat with Zealot. Okay. Roll for the first turn of combat. Okay, I will take that. All right, so they're all going to be, is he toughness 5? He's toughness 5. So the blacks are going to be wounding on 3s, the greens are going to be wounding on 2s.
Because you don't care so much.
Oh, okay. So he's going to get, so he's got 1 2+ save onto him. Oh no, he missed it. So reanimation. 5. He's good. Oh, it's 4+. That's right. I forgot because of the Decurion, and that's not double his toughness. So, all right, and then we've got 3 guys that just have reanimation protocols. What's their toughness 4, right? So it doesn't double out their toughness. So just 4+. So 1 guy dies.
He rolled a
re-roll a 1. Oh no, because he's not within 6 inches of the Warlord. Because you moved the Warlord over there. So 1 guy dead. So 1 guy is dead. You can just take it from the back because that's fine. All right. All right. So that's that. So we'll come back to you with the Necron attacks. All right. So now moving on to the Necrons here. He's got 14 attacks with the charge from the Warriors onto my Knights, and he's got 4 attacks from the Lord onto my Chaplain there, my Interrogator Chaplain. So everything's going to be hitting on 4s. Ooh. Okay. That was a little rough. All right. All right. Strength 4, right? On everything. I think has
strength 5.
He's strength 5, so he's going to be wounded on a 3. Nope. And then these guys are wounded on 4s. All right. So we got 3 wounds. Got 3 2+. And he makes them all. All right. So I won combat by 1. So you want to roll leadership for your guys? They're cool. They are really good. All right, that was a good time to get rid of those ones. So they ain't quitting. So they are locked in combat. All right, so that's the end of the Necrons' turn here on turn 3. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 4.
Yeah.
All right, movement phase for Dark Angels. He kind of moved around over this way. These guys pivoted over this way. He jumped down there behind the tank. These guys moved over here towards the death marks. They obviously didn't move. This guy moved up here. So this guy, here's the story. So the story is they were moving over this way, and his buddy failed his dangerous terrain test. Not bad, just roll a 3+ and you're fine. Oh, except he failed that 3+ and therefore died his last wound. So that leaves them, he lost half of the squad in the movement phase. So then I had to roll leadership test and failed the leadership test and fell back all these inches over this way. So they shall not, and they shall know no fear, so they regroups, but that still sucks. That was really bad. So yeah, so that's what his deal is. He's got to get back into position at this point. So yeah, that's the movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 4. So rolled on psychic phase. I rolled 2 again. So yet again, he's going to try to put pressions onto the tanks because, that's what I do. Looking for 2. Getting 3, so we can't deny it again. Man, I am getting good on these prescience rolls today. All right, so these guys are prescience. That's the end of the psychic phase. We'll come back to you with shooting. So shooting phase, here it goes. The Dreadnought is going to fire onto his Annihilation Barge and try to get that thing the heck out of here. So hitting on 3s. I got 2 hits. It's down to, what's its armor now? Because it did get a penetrating hit. So it's down to an 11, so 2s to glance. All right, dang it, I got 1 pen. So he's got, I don't know, does he have any cover? I don't think he does have any cover, does he? Nope, no cover. So he is pen, so he is dead. Let's see if he explodes. Is he open topped?
Yes.
He is open topped, +1. +1 for AP2. So looking for a 5+ to explode. 4! Oh, no, it doesn't explode. So it's just a wreck. All right, so moving on. All right, shooting phase, moving on. The squad inside of here is going to fire into the death marks. So we got 2 Bolter Bros shooting, hitting on 3s. All right, 1 hits, wounding on a 4. 1 wound. Is there armor? 3+? 3+ armor? No. Reanimation protocol. He's good. Ugh. Ugh. Weeble wobbles. They just don't stay down. All right. Onto the Storm Bolter onto them. Hitting on 3s. Wounded on 4s. Nothing. All right. Moving on. All right. These guys are going to fire into these guys. So I've got two Storm Bolters and 2 crack missiles going in. Hitting on 3s. All right. Ugh, none of the crack missiles. Those are the ones I needed to double them out. So he had... All right, wounding on 4s. 1. Lame. 1 armor save. 1 3+. He's good. All right, moving on. All right, so we're moving on to these guys. So because they can't see the Warlord because I didn't blow up the barge, which I was hoping to do, they're going to fire into the warriors there. So only 6 of the guns can see, but they're all twin linked because of prescience. So we're going to be hitting on 3s. Twin linked.
No such damage, 5-3.
All right, all hits. Wounding on 2s.
And there you go.
All right, so we've got 5 hits, 5 wounds. So we're going to be 5+ reanimations, and that's it. Oh my God, 3 of them survived, and he gets to reroll the one. Oh no, he's not within 6 inches of there. So there's 2 guys die. It's going to be that guy and that guy. All right, there we go. All right, and I think that might be the end of my shooting phase. So we'll come back to you with the assault phase. All right, these guys are going to charge into here. They're going to need a 4-inch charge through cover. So we've got Overwatch here. He's going to be rapid firing them all. So 20 shots, looking for 6s. We got 2, 3. Yeah, we got 3. Cool. All right. So 3 looking for 4s, 3 precision shots. Looking for 4s. So we got 1 wound. 1 2+, and they're good. Oh, I didn't know if they would be. All right, I need a 4-inch charge. Oh, they are in. Woo, okay, so they're in. So we'll move them in, and then we'll move on to this fight sub-phase with the other fights that we got going on. All right, so we've got these guys over here. So the death marks are going to go first. So they've got 10 attacks, hitting on 4s.
Like first and second edition.
Okay.
Weren't they all shoulder
So you've got, all right, cool. And then wounding on 4s, strength 4, right? Yep, wounding on 4s. You got 1. All right, 1, 2 plus save. They're good. So then my guys have 2 base attacks plus 1 for the charge. So 3 attacks each, hitting on 4s. Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty brutal. Wounding on 2s. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's 6 reanimation protocols at 5+ because they're instant death because it's doubling out your toughness. So 4 guys die.
4 guys die.
So 4 guys die. We'll just take them from the back because they're going to consolidate in. Or actually, no, they can't go from the back because take them from the front because you're going to have to roll initiative. You're going to have to roll leadership, and if that is, they're closer then. All right.
Take one.
So let's take those 4. All right. Then you want to roll leadership -4. So it's 6.
You got 4 combat fights.
A 6 exactly. So they are 10. Everybody's 10.
Yeah.
Or is it 9? The death marks.
Everything is 10.
Everything is 10. All right. Oh, so close. All right. So we'll consolidate in, and that will continue on then. All right. Moving on. All right. Moving on here to this battle. So my chaplain and my knights are going to go before his guys. So we're just going to roll them together. Chaplain is 3 base attacks. Knights are 2 base attacks. The knights are going to be hitting on 3s. The chaplain's going to be hitting on 4s. Oh, okay. All right, no rerolling because it's not the first round of combat. So everything's going to be wounding on 2s. Oh no, 3s on the black because he's toughness 5.
Shooting.
Okay. So we've got 2 AP2 on the warriors. So they've just got their 4+ reanimation. Nope. So they're dead. So that's 2 guys dead, and then 1 armor save, 2+ armor save, and he's good. So then we'll figure out what they've got coming back. All right, moving over here, we've got 5 attacks from the warriors into the knights, and then we've got 3 attacks from the overlord into my chaplain. So the chaplain's he's going to be hitting on everyone's hitting on 4s. Wow, okay, that's pretty good. So we got only 3 misses from there. All right. So then we've got wounding on 2s on the blue, right? Is he strength?
Strength 5.
Strength 5. Oh, strength 5. So 3s on the blue, 4s on the red.
Black.
Okay. So we've got 2 and 2. So I'll do 2 saves on the chaplain. 2 2+s. He's good. And then 2 on the other knights. They're good. So I won that by, was it 2, right? I think so. I won by 2. So leadership down to 8. And they're good. So that will lock into combat again. All right, so that's the end of the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 4. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Necrons on turn 4. All right, movement phase for Necrons here on turn 4. He moved around this way, getting a shot on him. They've moved up this way. He's still sitting back there. These guys have kind of turned over this way. These guys are looking over that way. And that's it. So moving on, that's it for that. We've got no psychic phase, so moving on to the shooting phase. All right, so the Cryptek is going to fire into my grav cannon guy there. So hitting on 3s. 1 hit. Wounded on nothing. All right. So I think that's it for shooting phase. So now we're going to move on to... he's going to do some runs, but those are boring to watch, so we'll just do those, and then we'll come back to you with the assault phase. All right, moving on to the assault phase. These warriors are going to try to charge into this battle here. So they need a 7-inch charge plus 2 inches for going through dangerous terrain, so he needs a 9-inch charge. Does not get it. Oof, rough. All right, so moving on. All right, so the Cryptek is going to charge into my grav guy there. So he needs a 3-inch charge, but I'm going to overwatch first. So hitting on 5s and 6s. All right, so can he fail this 3-inch charge? No. Oh, man, he just makes it. 3 inches if he was 1 inch back. All right, well, it was nice knowing you, grav guy. Anyway, moving on. All right, we're going to go to this battle first. So we've got my grav guy is going to hit first. So 1 attack hitting on a 4. Nothing. Okay. So now he's got his, what is it, 4 attacks, right? Because 3 base plus 1 for the charge.
No, he's got 1 base.
Oh, he's got 1 base plus 1 for the charge. So he's got 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. 1 hit. 1 wound. Is it AP3?
No.
No, not AP3. So 3 plus. And he's good. So they will be locked in combat over there. All right, moving on. All right, moving on to this battle here. We've got 6 death marks hitting. So hitting on 4s.
Because it requires like 1 to 10 auxiliaries.
All right, wounding on 4s.
Yeah, it's an auxiliary formation. So any of the other formations. So if you take like the
Because the way Josh.
Oh, wow. All right, so 4 wounds. That's what it takes. 2 plus. Oh, 1 guy dies. All right, I'm going to do that guy. All right, so then I've got my attacks back 2 base. Hitting on 4s.
Oh, okay.
like
1.
or vestments.
Wounding on 2s.
So like I'm for mine.
1 wound. He's got a 5 plus reanimation.
No doubt.
Oh, and he gets it! Oh. So he wins by 1, but these guys fearless, so they'll just be locked in combat. But that was, yeah, that sucked. All right, moving on. All right, moving over here to this battle. So we've got the chaplain, who's going to be hitting on 4s, and the knights are going to be hitting on 2s, or no, 3s. So 4s and 3s. Okay.
Take the Iron Rakers.
Yeah.
So 2 misses. All right, wounding on 2s and 3s.
Granted, you're almost certainly going to penetrate if you take them.
All right. So I've got 3 AP3 shots there. So they've just got their 4 plus reanimation for those guys. 1 guy dies, and then
12 inches minus 6.
and then we've got him making 2 plus saves.
And I got really excited when I saw the.
Yep, and he makes them. All right, moving on. So we've got 4 warriors still attacking, plus 3 attacks in from the Overlord, hitting on 4s.
Yeah. I saw.
Okay, 1 of the warriors and 2 shots from the Overlord. All right,
Play it on ITC games.
wounding on 3s. Oh wow, and 4s. So there's 1 wound there.
I'm super hyped for that.
2 plus, and he's good. So you lost combat by 1. So,
Some reliable.
and he's good. All right. So this combat will continue.
Email
All right. So that's the end of Necron's turn 4. Moving on to, we'll come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 5. All right. Movement phase for Dark Angels. These guys focused over this way so they can shoot at those guys. He's already declared the jink, even though I haven't even declared shooting yet. He's still stuck in there. This guy moved over this way so that he can get the shot off on the Warlord over that way. This guy didn't move because he's within 24 inches there for the grav cannon. This guy moved up here, failed his dangerous terrain test again, but he managed to save himself with an armor save. And everyone else is in combat. So that's what we got for movement phase. Then I rolled for psychic phase, rolled a 4, which is better than the 2 I've been rolling. So now I'm going to roll all those dice onto prescience. Needing 2, getting exactly 2. All right, so can you get 2 6s? No. Okay, so they're prescienced yet again. All right, so moving on to the shooting phase for Dark Angels. All right, starting here with the Predators. They're going to fire onto his jet bikes over there. So I've got 9 shots, all twin linked because of prescience. Hitting on 3s. Wow, that's quite a few there, but they're prescience. So re-rolling. 3s. No, not more of them. I got 2 2s. So, all right. Wounding on 2s.
Purely a blanket term. They have.
Oh wow, 3 1s. Okay, so 4 AP2 shots. He's jinking, so 4 4 pluses. 3 miss and 5 plus. Do they get reanimation, or did we? Yeah. So 5 plus reanimations. Oh no! So 2 dead. That's all it needed. So bump bump. All right. Moving on. All right, my Mortis Pattern Dreadnought here is going to try to snipe his Warlord over there. So hitting on 3s. Oh, twin linked. 2 hits. Wounding on 2s.
Drive safe. I don't know if it's free.
Yep, 2 wounds. So we got 2 wounds. 2 5 plus. 4. He has the 4 up and vulnerable, right? Oh no, that was the Dark Shroud.
No, he has 2 up armor and then.
All right, so he's just got his, but AP2, so he's got the 5, or his toughness 5, right? So it doesn't double out. So he's just got a 4+ reanimations. He got them both. Why won't you die? All right, moving on. All right, the squad inside of here is going to fire onto the warriors there. So I got the grav cannon and a bolt gun, hitting on 3s. Okay. Wounding on 4s and 4s. So everything's wounded on 4s. The greens are re-rolling because of grav amps. Oh, thank God. Not that it mattered. Oh. All right, nothing there. Then we've got the storm bolter from the tank. Hitting on 3s, wounded on 4s. Oh, God, that's... How many 1s was it just right there? It's just like they weren't meant to be hit. Moving on. All right, now this bike is going to fire into these guys. So I got the twin link bolter, which is going to be the green, and the black is going to be the multi-melta. Hitting on 3s. All right. Wounded on 2s and 4s. Yeah, I dropped that. I don't count it. 2s and 4s. All right. No, I should have counted it. All right, so that does wound. So that's going to, that's AP everything. So he's just got a 5+ reanimation. Oh, and he gets it. He just took a melta through the chest and he was like, no, I'm cool. All right, moving on. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. So moving on to the assault phase. We're going to the fight sub phase because no one's actually charging. So we've got this one here. So my guy gets to attack first, hitting on a 4. Nope. All right, he's got 1, hitting on a 4. Yes. Wounded on a, I think strength, is it nothing. So that doesn't move. So these guys are going to continue beating on each other. Moving on. All right, we're going to go here. So we've got 6 guys that are going to be hitting at their initiative 2. So 6 hits, hitting on 4s. All right, 2 hits, wounding on 4s. Nothing. All right, so he's got the 2 attacks back, hitting on 4s. 2 hits, wounded on 2s. 2 wounds. So they've got 2 5+ reanimations. Nothing. So they are dead. That's 2 dead. So you lost comp. Yeah, the front one's closest to him because if they run, which I'm hoping they do. All right. So now it's leadership 8 because it's -2. Not 2. What? How many times do you roll leadership of double 1s? The only time I ever roll double 1s is when I'm making Terminator armor saves. So, all right, so that battle will keep going. Moving on. All right, and last but not least in the battle here, we've got these guys. So my guys are going to hit back first. So I've got my 3 shots from the chaplain, 4 shots from the knights, all hitting on 4s and 3s. Oh, what? That is just awful. Ugh. All right, wounding on 3s and 2. See, that's when I roll double 1s. That's when I roll double 1s. Ouch. Is there any way for you to kill yourself, maybe? No? All right. So we've got 4 warriors, and then the 3 shots from the Overlord. Hitting on 4s. Oh, God. See, that's how you do it. So you got 4 hits there. Wounding on 3s and 4s, right? 3s and 4s. All right, so you got 1 and 1. I'll do the chaplain first, 2+. He's good. Then I'll do the other onto the knights, and they're good. All right, so that battle will just keep going on again. All right, moving on. Oh, well, no, that's it. So that's all the fighting we got going on here. So now we're going to go back to, we'll come back to you after movement phase for Necrons on turn 5. Movement for Necrons. His warlord ran away again. He's stuck in here. These guys are making their way down towards these guys. These guys are making their way across here, maybe looking on them, looking into charge in there, and everyone else is just in combat. So that's the movement phase for these dudes. So now moving on to shooting phase. All right, shooting phase. These guys are going to fire into my biker there. Are they in rapid fire? I don't think so, right? No, they're not. So we've got 7 shots coming in here, hitting on 3s. Oof, that's pretty good. 2 misses, and then hitting, wounding on 5s because it's strength 4. And I said he was jinking, so. So we got 4 wounds, 4+ jink. Oh boy. If I don't make both of these, if I don't make one of these, he's dead. So 4 plus. Oh no, he's dead. Oh, well done. Oh. All right. So yeah, so he's dead. So I think that's the end of the shooting phase for the Necrons. So we'll move on to the assault phase, which is basically just going into the fight sub phase where everyone's still locked in combat. All right, moving on. All right, starting back over here, hitting on a 4. Still, how many ones is he gonna roll for that hit? God, hitting on a 4 for you too? He can hit. Wounded on a 4. He can wound. 3 plus armor save.
Can he kill?
And I can save, so no one can kill. That is still locked in combat. Moving on. Moving on to this combat, we've got 4 death marks hitting on 4s. 2. Wounding on 4s. 2 wounds. 2 plus saves. Oh, I get it. All right. So then I've got 2 hits back. Hitting on a 4. Oh, adds up to a 4. Anyway. Stalemate again. Moving on. All right, back to this combat here. You know the deal. So, hitting on 4s and 3s. Okay, there we go. That's how you do it.
Considerably better.
It's considerably better than what I've been doing. So 3s on the blacks, 2s on the greens. Oh, okay, that's what I get. So yeah, 1 and 1. So 1 on these guys, you've just got the 4-up reanimation.
Necrons.
No, 1 guy dies. Okay, and then 2 plus armor save. He's good. So you lost 1 guy, down to 3. So now you've got the 3 attacks back against the knights, and then the 3 attacks back from the overlord into my chaplain. So here we go.
And we know.
Hitting on 4s, we know what happens here. Okay, and 1 of those. Cool. All right, wounded on 4s and 3s. All right, 1 and 1. 1 on the chaplain. He's good. 1 on the knights. He's also good. All right, so you lost by 1. Can you roll higher than a 9? You can!
Oh.
Okay. I can't chase you back, but you're going to fall back and maybe run off the board. Let's see what happens. Roll 2d6, see how far you fall back. Yeah, you're going to be off the board. All right. Woo, okay, there we go. So I will consolidate them, and then we'll actually roll to see if the game ends right now.
Okay.
And actually, I'll roll consolidation 1 inch. Okay, I don't think that's going to get him there. But yeah, so roll 1d6, see if it ends. It doesn't. It goes on to turn 6. All right, so we'll come back to you after Dark Angel's movement phase on turn 6. All right, so movement phase for Dark Angel on turn 6. These guys turned around to look on those guys. He moved up to just in range of his warlord over in that corner. Perfect. He's still locked in combat. These guys stood still, and those guys, oh, I gotta move those guys. So I'll move those guys, and I'm just basically moving them back that way. So that's gonna be movement phase for Dark Angels. I rolled a 5 for my for Psychic, leaving me with 7 dice, my opponent with 5 dice. So I'm gonna try to cast Prescience on them again. Needing 2 successes, and getting 3 successes. No perils. Needing 3 6s? No, nope. All right, so these guys are Prescience again. So that's the end of the Psychic phase. I'm going to move my my knights and my chaplain over there, and then we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting the shooting phase with the important one here, trying to snipe with the las cannon of his overlord there. So hitting on 3s, 2 hits, wounding on 2s, 2 wounds. Can he make it? He's toughness 5, so it's not doubling him out, so he's still got 4 plus reanimations. He doesn't! He lost 1! Oh, he's dead! Yes! Yes! That guy has been a pain in my butt the entire game, when he just was like, zoom, 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 away from the battle that I had him locked in over there. Oh, that feels good. All right, moving on. All right, these guys are going to fire into these guys, the Immortals. So all Prescience, so all Twin Link, hitting on 3s. All right. Twin Linked. Okay, so 9, wounding on 2s. Okay, so we've got 7 wounds there, AP2. So do you want to look out Sir first from the front there?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to look out 7 2+s. So roll 7 2+s to look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so they're all going to be off of him, which is good. Otherwise, he would have just been mutilated. So now you've got 7 4+ reanimations because it doubles their toughness. So yeah.
5+.
Oh, 5+. I'm sorry, 5+. 7 5+s. Ooh, 1, 2, 3.
None.
You got 1, 6. So 6 bros from the front here are. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, except the front guy there. You have to leave the guy in the back because it's closest to him. So yeah. All right, that was pretty brutal. All right, so moving on. All right, so the squad inside of here is going to fire into those dude bros. So I've got grav cannon and a bolter, hitting on 3s. Oh man, that is uncanny ability to roll 1s. All right, wounding on 4s on the black, and actually 4s on everything, just re-rolling the green ones. Okay. All right. So there's 2 AP2, so you get 4+ cover coming through the ruins here. Okay. And then reanimation with 4+. Right?
Plus, I think
Oh.
the Warlord's dead.
Oh, the Warlord's dead, so does that mean his Decurian's dead? I don't know. We can figure. Let's roll it and see if it makes a difference. Well, no, 5+, so he's good anyway. All right. So 1 guy dies. Front guy there, yep. And then 1 armor save. Or whatever is 4+, it doesn't make a difference. Nope, so 4 or 5 up, let's see. Nope, so 2 guys are dead. All right, and then I'm gonna roll Stormbolter there. 1 hit, we're on 4, 4+. Nope, reanimation, no. Okay, so 3 guys are dead.
Thanks.
All right, I'll take that. All right, so that's the end of shooting phase, so I think we're gonna, he'll roll leadership on these guys. Let's show it on camera, why not? 8, yep, they're good. So then we're gonna move on to the assault phase, where it's just into the battles. All right, starting back here with the slap fest. My dude gets hit first on a 4. Hey, he actually hit! Wounded on a 4. Nope, there's the 1. It had to come at some point. Hitting on a 4. Nope. All right, so they just keep slapping each other. All right, moving on. All right, so we're gonna go here. His death marks go first with 4 guys. Hitting on 4s. Well, 3 hits, not bad. Wounded on 4s. 1 wound. 1, 2+. Can I roll a 1? Nope, 2. All right, and then he gets to attack back with his 2, hitting on 4s. Okay, that's how you do it. All right, so that one just keeps going on. Moving on. All right, I lied. There's no moving on to anything because that's it. So that's the end of Dark Angel's turn 6. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Necrons on turn 6. All right, movement phase. These guys got back together over this way. These guys are moving their conga line over towards these guys, and that's it. So that's it for movement phase. Moving on to shooting phase. All right, so these guys are going to fire into them. So we've got 4 shots. Hitting on 3s. Okay, all of them hit. Oh, they're not Tesla, right? They're Gauss, yeah. So wounded on 4s. Yeah, those guys are Tesla.
Yeah.
Cool. Wounded on 4s. We got 2 wounds. 2 2+s. Oh! 1 guy dies. Whoop. All right. Oh man. Moving on. That's it. I think that's it for shooting phase, right? I think. You might have, I think that's it. That might be it for shooting phase. We'll figure this out. All right, so back to the slap fest over here. Hitting on a 4. Wounded on a 4. Nope, I can't. Not that lucky, right? Hitting on a 4. Nope. So slap fight continues. Moving on. Over to here, we got 4 death marks. Hitting on 4s. 3 hits, not bad. Wounded on 4s. 2 wounds, not bad. 2 2+ saves. Oh, and he's dead. Ah! All right, so they'll consolidate, and that will be it for Necron's turn 6. So do you want to roll again to see if it goes on a 4+? It does go on. Turn 7, the final round. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 7. All right, movement phase for Dark Angels. These guys are in the world of Overkill, looking this way. Slap fight still continues over this way. He's turned around looking on these guys. They stood still looking on those guys. Those guys stood still, kind of looking at those guys. So that's the movement phase for Dark Angels. Not a whole lot left on the board. But so now we're going to move on to the shooting phase. But one thing, or no, the psychic phase, which I rolled a 2 for. One thing to note though, he activated his solar flare, or solar something or whatever. So solar staff. So that means that every unit that's shooting at them has to snap shoot until the end of the next turn. So yeah, I'm going to be snap shooting at him. Let's see what we can do. So he's going to try to cast prescience on them because re-rolling to 6s is better than not. So I need 2. And I get 2. Can he get 2 6s? No, just 1. All right, so they're prescient. Trying to get 6s. All right, moving on to the shooting phase. All right, starting out the shooting phase over here. These guys are going to be firing into them. So hitting on 6s because of that solar thingy, but it's prescient, so they're all re-rolling. So 6s. I got 3. I'll take that. Re-rolling. Nope, nothing more. So I just got the 3. Wounding on 2s. Just 2. So are you going to look at Sir on that?
I am.
All right, look at Sir, 2 of them. Looked at Sir. Looked at Sir. All right, so roll them 1 at a time, unfortunately, because it's going to go over there. But he gets a 4+ cover save because he's on the other side of the Aegis line there.
All right.
So 4+, and he's got it. Another one. He does not get it. So then he's got a 5+ reanimation, or 6+ because it's, guys, whatever, he's still dead. All right, so he dies. All right, so moving on. All right, this guy is going to shoot on those guys. So hitting on 3s, both hits, wounded on 2s, both wounds. So he's got 4+ cover save there. Nope, and then he got 5+ reanimation. Wait, one guy got it. So one guy that's closest is probably there. Yep, sounds good. All right, moving on. All right, the squad in here is going to fire onto them, the warriors. So I've got Grav Cannon and Bolter hitting on 3s. Okay, 2 misses. Wounding on 4s and 4. Re-rolling these ones because of Grav Amps. All right, so 3 4-up armor, cover saves there. Okay, 2 miss it. 2. Ooh, he's dead, right? Because we said it was lost, right?
What's that?
We have to figure out if that 4 counts because it's Decurion, but they lost the Warlord. I don't know. We'll figure that out. One guy's definitely dead, so that front guy is definitely dead, and we'll find out about the other guy. Boom. All right, so the Stormbolter is actually going to fire into the death marks over here. It turns out it's just they get the +1 for the rest of it for Decurion. They don't need the Warlord alive. So the Stormbolter into the death marks, hitting on 3s. Okay, 2 hits, wounding on 4s, 1 wound. They're good. All right, moving on. Now he's going to fire his Stormbolter into them. So hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s, 2 wounds. Okay, 1 miss, and he gets it. All right, so yep, that's how that goes. That's the end of the phase. So now we're just going to move on. I think there's like 1 combat still going on. The slap fight over on the other side. So we'll go do that and yeah, move on to that. All right, moving on to the slap fight here. So hitting on a 4. He hits. Wounded on a 4. He wounds. Hey, what's his armor save?
3 up.
3 up. Yeah. Oh, and he saves it, of course. All right, hitting on a 4. It doesn't hit. All right. Slap fight continues. All right, that's the end of the Dark Angels turn 7. So moving on to Necrons turn 7. All right, movement phase. He moved over this way. He's going to get line breaker there because I can't do anything about it. These guys moved up this way trying to take on my Warlord. See if it works for them. And that's it for movement phase. So shooting phase. Yeah, we're going to move on to the shooting phase now. All right, so now we've got the Warriors here. Are going to fire into them. So they've got rapid fire range. So they're going to be 4 shots in, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. All right, wounding on 4s. 1 wound. 1, 2 plus. Yeah. All right, moving on. All right, shooting phase. The death marks are going to fire into these guys. So we've got 4 death marks left. So we've got 8 shots coming in, hitting on 3s.
On precision shots.
6 is our precision. Ooh, he's got 1 precision. 2 precision shots. And he's got 5 regular shots. All right, so precision shots, I guess, are going on to my warlord there, I'm sure.
Yep.
All right, wounded on 4s. Nothing. All right, and then the other 5 wounded on 4s. 1. But that's it's AP 2 because it's a sniper special rule. So it was a 6 to wound. All right, moving on here, we got the charges. He's going to charge with the warriors first, and I'm not going to overwatch because I feel like they're not going to make it. So he's got a 10-inch charge through cover. Oh, he's got it! So I lose my overwatch. Okay, so they're in. Moving on. And now moving on to the death marks charging in. They need a 7-inch charge through cover. Can they make it? No, they do not make it. That might be crucial. All right, so moving on to we'll move on to the assault phase. All right, slap fight special going on over here. Hitting on a 4. Nope. Hitting on a 4. Yeah. Wounded on 4. Yeah. 3 plus save. No, that's it. It actually ended. He slapped him hard enough to kill him. All right, you can consolidate him. Not that it makes a difference. 3 inches. Good job, Cryptek. All right, moving on. All right, so my guys go first over here. So I've got 3 from the interrogator chaplain, 2 from the knight. All hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of first round of combat. Oh, thank God for first round of combat re-roll. Not that well, that's pretty good. All right, so I've got all wounded on 2s. The green is AP 3. Okay, so you've got 1 is just a reanimation protocol. And he's good. And then 3 have their armor save, right? 4 plus armor save? Mm-hmm. Yep, 3, 4. Oh, no, it's AP 4. I'm sorry. So those are also reanimation protocols. So 4 pluses. 1 dies. So 1 survived. All right. And now you get your 2 hits back. Hitting on a 4. Both hits. Wounded on a 4. Oh, my God. Oh my God.
1 wound.
1 wound. If I fail this and it's a tie combat. No, he made it. Okay. Well, you still got to roll a 9, right, for leadership because it's only -1.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't fail this, right? Yeah, you can't. Okay, so they're just locked in combat, which means that we're all contesting that objective and nobody gets it. But I've got the objective over there, so I think it's a Dark Angel victory because I've got 3 points for my objective. Nobody got this one. I got First Blood and I got Slay the Warlord. We both have Line Breaker. So yeah, so I win 6-2. No, 6-1. 6-1 because he has Line Breaker. Yeah, so he's got Line Breaker. 6-1. So super bloody brutal battle. I've got like very few models on the board left. Those guys are okay over there because, you know, tanks. But everyone else just was slaughtered. So yeah, that was a fun game. I really enjoyed myself playing that. So I guess the Dark Angels were able to close down the Tomb World before it could open up and take over the planet, or at least hold it at bay until reinforcements could arrive and help to probably do exterminatus on this planet. That's the only way to take care of Necrons, I think. Just blow it all to hell. So yeah, so that's the story here. We got a Dark Angel victory, which is nice. I don't see those too often on this channel. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it as much as I have. I've been Phil, the Glacial Geek. My opponent's been Zach. Hope you enjoyed it. Share, like, and subscribe. And until next time, have fun.